Hello and welcome to another AIC video. It is January 1st. Tomorrow is Friday. I've been trying to put out videos on Friday. And because of the holidays and everything, my queue of videos has been depleted. So I thought I'd go through some of the laptops I'm actually going to be getting rid of from my inventory. So in doing reviews, I buy a lot of laptops. And I can only seriously store so many. And so I kind of have a rule that if it's more than 6 months old and if it's been more than 6 months since the last time I touched something, it needs to go into the go away pile. And so I'm going to be listing this and these three laptops here on eBay. This video is not to say go to my eBay and buy them. In fact, I'm not even going to list them. They just hopefully organically will be for sale on there. Anyways, this is my Thinkbook 14. It has 8th gen Core i5 processor and Radeon graphics. I reviewed one of these when they were first new, and I really liked it at the time. And I really, it's been a few years obviously since then, so I thought I'd take another look at it. Unfortunately, I ended up buying a bit of a dud, and I'll be honest, there's nothing wrong with the CPU, there's nothing wrong with the GPU, there's nothing wrong with the RAM or storage or the screen. Even the screen looks great. There's no bright marks or pressure marks or anything like that on it. The problem is the keyboard. And you see right here, the up arrow, it works if you push on the little rubber dome, but it's missing. And so I actually bought a replacement keyboard because I thought, oh, I'll just take the key off of here and put it on here, since the underlaying pieces are actually there. It's just missing the key itself. And it is not the same. The mechanics under this are different, and so I couldn't use this keycap. This keyboard, brand new, and should go in, but as you can see, all the little holes in there, this gets plastic welded into place. And so the eBay seller lied to me on this. Oh, and this also has a brand new battery in it that I bought off Amazon. So I don't know how actually good it is, because I put it in and it sat for several months. So brand new battery, did some upgrades on it, things like that. Went to replace the keyboard, and I just lost steam on this project. So I'm going to go ahead, sell it. It does come with the charger. I think if you're looking for a T480, this might be an option for you. I know it doesn't have the bridge battery and stuff, but I think it's a better price range, and you get dedicated graphics, Radeon graphics. I don't know. That's what I was thinking when I bought this, was to say, hey, here's a cheaper option than your T480 that's not quite as good, but in some ways is better. But I don't know. It's going on the pile to go to eBay. So hopefully somebody picks it up and is able to take advantage of the fact that they already have the keyboard for it and can do that replacement themselves. It's just not something I'm willing to do. All right, let's look at the next one on the stack. All right, next up on the chopping block is my P14s Gen 2. And honestly, this one kind of hurts to get rid of, but again, I have my rule. If I haven't touched it in 6 months, it's got to go. And this one is honestly one of the best deals you can buy if you're buying a used ThinkPad right now. The P14s Gen 2 AMD or the T14 Gen 2 AMD, they're basically exactly the same laptop. You can get them anywhere from $200 to $350, depending on the specs and stuff. For your price, I think you're getting as much computer as you can for around that $300 mark. And going more expensive doesn't necessarily buy you a lot of performance unless you're going a lot more. And spending less money gets you a lot less. So definitely, if you're looking for a ThinkPad right now, I think this is the one to get, because again, that price range is really the sweet spot for performance, and you get really good graphics. I've done a number of videos with these. I've had a few of these actually. My wife is keeping hers. I just have too many laptops. Now this one I picked up because it was broken. The screen was smashed, and it has a couple of small cracks in it, like right here and up here above the keyboard. Battery life on these is excellent. Performance is excellent. Yeah, I just have too many computers. I like this feel of this vinyl skin I put on here. It has a nice feel to it, but it picks up dirt really kind of easily. So yeah, if you're looking for a ThinkPad, pick up this one. If you're looking for a budget ThinkPad, The T480 is overrated and overpriced because of it. This one, I think they're still coming down in price or have leveled out in price, and they haven't started to go up in price yet. So definitely that price to performance. Keyboard is excellent. It's kind of that middle ground keyboard. They got rid of the 7-row, and then they had kind of a meh keyboard for a little while, and then they came to this one, which was really good. Now they have the new one, which has a much shorter throw on it. So this is one of the better keyboards. Great trackpad, great screen, great performance. Upgradability is still mostly there. It does have 16 gigs of soldered RAM, but you do still have that second RAM slot, NVMe storage, etc. So love this. Just too many laptops. All right, on to the next. All right, next on the chopping block is this IBM ThinkPad T30. I picked up 2 of these from a guy that was selling them, found them in an attic or whatever. I did a video on these, clearing up the BIOS password issue. And then I kind of cobbled together the 2 to make kind of one good one for myself and then one lesser good one to sell. And I sold it for like 20 bucks on eBay. I did not ask a lot of money for it. This one I kept because it had the keyboard was working fully on this one, where the other one, a few of the keys didn't work, which I think might have been my fault. I don't know. I thought they were all working, but maybe not. I just didn't notice. But the keyboard's fully working on this one. This one, the battery does hold a charge. We got the Pentium 4 processor on here, everything. The problem is now I went to go use it, and the battery's dead, so let me go ahead and plug it in. All right, got it plugged in. All right, I'm gonna try to power it on. I went to go use this for the first time the other day, and as you can see, the backlight comes on for a second and then goes off. And if you look real close, let me get a really bright light here. Backlight turns off. If I put this on here, you can see the IBM logo. So the screen is in actually excellent condition, except for the backlight not working. See if I can get it to go into BIOS. But anyways, keyboard works great, track point works great, DVD player works great. Battery was holding a charge last time I used it. It's just that the backlight on the screen has gone bad. I just don't have the time or desire to fix that. I don't know if this is one of the ones where it's a single fluorescent bulb back there, or if it's, I don't think it's an LED panel, so I don't have time to research it, look into it, and do the work. So I'm going to list this one as parts only on Reddit, or not on Reddit, on eBay, and see what it goes for. No disc will be included, no hard drive, just the machine itself. So yeah, kind of disappointed in this because I had some hopes for this, but honestly, it sat for quite a while after I did the repairs on it, because if I was going to grab a more vintage machine, the one I went for every time was my X31, which is slightly smaller and lighter, but you still get the 4:3 aspect ratio and a great keyboard. So, this one sat for a while, not quite the 6-month mark, but pretty close, and it sat, and then the backlight died. So anyways, this one is going bye-bye. All right, so the last laptop we're looking at is probably the one that I'm going to regret getting rid of the most. So this is my HP Elitebook 2570p. I've done so much with this laptop. I've done so many upgrades to it. I've done quite a few videos on it. It's a great laptop, and it definitely has a little bit of a cult following, but it's not, I don't think it has the following it deserves. In a lot of ways, it's as good, if not better, than some of the ThinkPads of its time. It has a 12.5-inch screen. It has an optical drive, which is kind of slow. It's fully upgradable, CPU, memory, everything, Wi-Fi, all that jazz. Has a track point, great touchpad. The only problem I have with this system is its screen. It has a 1366 by 768 TN panel, and there's no drop-in screen replacement, and that's extremely unfortunate because it really does hold the machine back. There are people who use these and mod them out the wazoo. I did upgrade this to a Core i7-3632QM, which is a quad-core Core i7, which is the same wattage as the dual-core Core i5 I pulled out of it. And it's still extremely usable today. Unfortunately, because I have so many other systems, what I was using this for, mainly that DVD drive to watch movies. I have a bunch of old TV series that I've been going through that are on disc that I just don't want to rip to my Plex server. I've been watching them on this, and that screen just really lets the system down. The battery is also getting kind of tired on it, so something to be aware of. But I really love this machine. I'll show you here. Let me shut it down. One of the great things about this is just how easily upgradable it is. Yeah, that battery might be done. See how easy to get into the system? Just one switch, pull that off. And we have an upgradable CPU. We have 2 RAM slots. We have a SSD. We have that optical drive. We have 2 puny little speakers. We have our Wi-Fi, which is upgradable. This, I believe, is the it has a modem, like a phone modem, as well as the Ethernet. And then it has another slot here, which I never tried to see if I could put an mSATA drive in here, but it does exist. It's for a modem, so you put in a SIM card here, and then you could have WAN access to the little antennas there. So it has a ton of upgradability. I know that some people use this to put in external GPUs, eGPUs, all sorts of stuff. You can get replacement bottom cases pretty easily, so you can mod this without, you know, worrying about destroying your system. It's a great, smart, well-planned machine, and it hurts to get rid of it, but I can't keep it just to sit on a shelf collecting dust. So of all of them, I think that this is the one that's going to hurt the most to get rid of, just because I've done so much with it and it has been part of my collection for quite a few years. And I've used it quite a lot, but it is just time for it to find a new home. Anyways, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, leave those down below. Like I said, these will be listed on eBay in the coming days. So not to say look at my eBay channel, but, you know, my eBay store, but just, you know, if you have any questions about these before they go, let me know, and I will do my best to answer those. But yeah, great systems, all of them, honestly. This one and the P14s Gen 2 gonna be hard to let go, but they are just collecting dust in my collection. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.